Hello, friends. I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope it's fantastic and wonderful. Everything here is great, fantastic, and wonderful. and I don't expect this to get too graphic, but if you get queasy about medical stuff, maybe skip this one. I got to see some wild shit today. I took my dad to the doctor, uh, which, first off, is something that, I guess I knew my whole life that at some point parents need to be taken care of. I just didn't really, like, I think, like everybody, I'm going to be 43 in a couple weeks. Uh, I don't feel like I'm 43. I still feel like I'm in my 20s. I still feel like I'm a kid, right? Like I still feel like my parents are these people that have all the answers. But as it turns out, as they age, as my dad is 77 now, or will be this year. As my parents age, they know less than I do, and I start to know more than them, and I start to have to take care of them or whatever. And I knew that was coming. I didn't expect it in my 40s, right? But it is what it is. So my mom asked, she had procedures yesterday, so she couldn't take him today, and she asked me if I could, and I told her, yeah, a long time ago. Like, yeah, I can do that. So today's was skin cancer, in particular basal cell carcinoma, which is like the easiest to treat version, like the super common version. It's not melanoma and that sort of stuff. Although my dad has had other skin cancers in the past, this one was just a pretty basic thing. And I'm not sure what I was expecting, but it was, go there, be with dad for his surgery, bring him home, right? I was not expecting the surgery to happen just like in a doctor's office, like a normal exam room that you would go to when you went to see your doctor. Pretty much looked exactly like that. Only the chair that he was in was kind of a powered chair. That was about the only difference. And in the corner was a couple of chairs for me to sit, and I sat down. And the doctors came in, the nurse came in, got things prepped. He came in, asked a bunch of questions, and then just started cutting my dad's face open. And it was a very strange experience, to look over. There was a large area that was removed, and he had to come back a second time and cut some more. I guess it was a procedure that is designed to only remove small amounts of tissue, then go check it in a under microscopic, check to see if they got it all, basically, and then go back and remove. So they had to come back and remove a little bit more, and then went and did more microscopic checks, and then came back and sutured it all up. But it was like, it was, from me to you, like it was happening right there. I couldn't not look and go, oh, there's a huge hole in the side of my dad's head. Very, very strange experience, Um, my dad has particular issues that make him um, it's difficult to it's difficult for my mother to leave him alone for any length of time, because she worries to death about everything. uh, I still think my dad is a pretty capable person. um, you know, to speak to my mom about it, she has a different opinion, right? But I sat there, that's fine. I can stay in the room. And part of the reason was my dad and I both have the same brain. We don't remember shit, right? And so they came in and they told him. It was really nice. The doctor came in and said, "This is what I'm going to do. This is the procedure. These are my concerns. Nerves, this sort of stuff." And then just started at it. And then the nurse came in and started giving instructions about wound care, started talking about the way that the sutures they're going to use and how they're going to tape it up and what you should do if that falls off. And I knew that neither of us would remember any of that. So I was in the room so that I could, like, I was live texting my mom all of these details because, chances of my dad and I remembering everything were slim to none. And my mom is the kind of person that if she doesn't know 100% of the details, then something is very, very wrong. And so I kept her updated on all of that. And it was fine. Like I'm not a queasy person around stuff like that, which is a strange thing to say, because if you ask anybody in my life, I'm a very queasy person when I'm watching stuff like that on the internet, or when I'm watching, gore in movies. I don't deal well with wounds in movies. It really bothers me for some reason. But in person, watching them cut open the side of my dad's head, no big deal. Like, that's fine. It was pretty neat. A very fascinating day. I wasn't expecting that. I don't know what I was expecting, actually. I think I was expecting it to be more like a, put a gown on kind of procedure. And no, it was just like he wore his clothes. They put some towels around him and just started cutting his head open. With scissors. With just like scissors. It literally just snip, 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 snip. Like, very strange. Very strange experience. Wow. So anyway, that's what I was up to today. What about you? Why don't you tell me what you've been up to this week so that I can figure out something to talk about tomorrow? Because I'd like to have some topics. So give me something to talk about tomorrow in the comments below. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends, wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know to sound smart is laconic. It is an adjective meaning being a person of few words, expressing oneself with an economy of words. Harold may be laconic, but when he does speak, he is certainly worth listening to. Laconic. Laconic. I am often accused of being laconic. I answer a lot of questions with grunts. So does my dad. I feel like that's a trait we share.